morning, Trish. It's good to see you here. Good morning, Becky. I hope you're in good cheer. Hello, Arlene from Berkeley, California, and Marcia, Yale, and Athena, and Delhi, and Susan G. Kate Galloway, hello, and Sheila from Florida, and Mary, my friend from CCLT. Hang on, I gotta get rid of something here. Ah, so I can see the names. And there's Carolyn from Boise, Idaho. And Kathleen from Albuquerque. And Sue Miller in Seattle. And Benet in Berkeley, CA. Marwan and Bob. Oh, the names are jumping around and I'm lost at my place. Here we are. And Nancy with her cow in Washington State. And Hindi and Linda in Orcas Island, just off the coast of where I am. And Caroline in DC. And Hoda in BC. And Kevin, good to see you, Kevin. It's good to see you here. Steve and Michelle Schuster and Kathy in Denver on stolen native lands, as many of us are, like me. And Martha Wagner, hello. And Cricket, still eating breakfast or lunch, and maybe an Annette in California. And Julie in Ontario, another Canadian, thank you. And Storm with your nice little toucan. That's a very nice little thing you've got on your head there, Storm. I like it. Festive. And Bronwyn and LMG. I'm not sure what your name is, but I'm happy you're here. And Sandy in Western North Carolina. And Kay in India. And Fred in Silver Springs, Maryland. And Jane, welcome to you all. We're in for some good singing today. I hope I retrieve all of my voice before I start to sing my song, because it's still a little tired from singing so much recently, but I think I will recover with all of you here. It's good to see some familiar faces as well as faces that I don't know from before. Good welcome to you all.
Wow, thank you, Dennis, and welcome to you too. That was such a nice way to be welcomed into the room today. That's already a great song. Yeah. Um, well, it's really great to have you back after a little while. It feels like it's been a while. When was the last time you were here?
Oh boy, it was a few months ago, I think. I think I was here
Okay,
with
yeah.
my buddies Kathy and Dick from Victoria here.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Well, it's really great to have you back. And for those who don't know Dennis, he's a really fantastic singer and guitar player, as you can see, and choral leader. And many of us know him from his work with the Ubuntu Choirs Network. And yeah, you were here with oh, I forget the whole name, the choral training
Oh,
leadership thing,
community
the
choir leadership
CLT.
training.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're joining us from Victoria,
Victoria,
BC.
British Columbia. Yes, just outside
Yeah.
Victoria, actually, at a little place
Mm.
called Brentwood Bay. But I like to refer to it as Tsartlip because Tsartlip is the original native name for it. And I'm just up the road
Mm.
from the native village, which is still here, the reservation. And I've got some friends there. And it's an honor to be here and to share the land with them.
Yeah, great. Thank you for saying that name. Um, well, so what song are we gonna be singing today?
Well, I've got a couple of songs I want to sing today,
Mm.
actually, and they both have little parts that people can sing along with. This first song is a song I learned. I was looking for, well, first of all, as many of you know, I have a choir called Wavelengths Community Choir, and we did a couple of concerts early in December. They were all seasonal concerts for this time of the year, and I was collecting repertoire for them. And just going to move this over here so that I'm looking at you. Oops, and I didn't want to do that. There I go. So I was collecting music, and I was came across this CD of some friends of mine who have this folk trio called Finest Kind, and it's a wonderful trio in Canada, based in Toronto. And they had a Christmas CD, a couple of Christmas CDs, and one of them had this song on it, and I just fell in love with it. It's a song called "I Am Christmas," and it's really about it's what the song is Christmas personified, talking back to us. It was written by a fella named John Connolly, who is quite well known in the folk music world, especially in the nautical folk music world. People might recognize a song called Fiddler's Green, which he also wrote. And this is a song where he wrote it with his partner, Bill Meek. They both live in Yorkshire, in England, and I contacted him and I asked him if I could have permission to arrange the song for my choir. And he very generously said, yes, of course. So we performed it, and I just still love it. And in the song, Christmas is talking to us, saying, if you really want to know what Christmas is all about, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm Christmas, and I'm going to tell you what it's about, and what Christmas time and this Yuletide season is all about. This time of the year, the time of the turning of the year, the Yuletide season. And so, and he said something else too, and he said that the inspiration for the song came when he was watching something on the English news, and it was an interview, or they were talking to some people who were refugees from, I'm not sure where actually, perhaps the Middle East, or somewhere. I'm not quite sure where they were from, but they were recently in England, and all of this celebration was starting to happen around Christmas, and they had no idea what Christmas really was, being from a country that didn't have Christmas celebrated the way we do. And so he thought, I'm going to write this song, and the song will then tell these people what Christmas is all about, and sort of let them know what what the Yuletide really is beyond all of the commercialism and the buying and the money that changes hands and all of that. But it's also a nice reminder, I think, to myself when I sing it about how Christmas really is for me, and just reminding me of the different aspects of Christmas that I like to cling on to at this time of the year. So here's got a little bit of a chorus on it, and the chorus goes, I am warmth and I am light, and I am kith and kin, a candle in your longest night. I am Christmas, let me in. I am Christmas, let me in. And it goes like this. Comes around a few times. I am warmth and I am light, and I am kith and kin, a candle in your longest night. I am Christmas, let me in. I am Christmas, let me in. Let's break that down. Here's the first part of it. I am warmth and I am light, and I am kith and kin. Try that. Here we go. I am warmth and I am light, and I am kith and kin. Second part goes like this. A candle in your longest night. I am Christmas, let me in. I am Christmas, let me in. Let's do the whole song, the whole chorus. I am warmth and I and I am kith and kin, a candle in your longest night. I am Christmas, let me in. I am Christmas, let me in. I will sew a braid of gold on gray December's ragged sleeve, teach the crabbed and jaded soul how to give, how to receive. For rooms are thick with magic now, the tree its soft light throwing, the mistletoe, the holly bough, my age-old spell bestowing. Here's the chorus coming up. Here we go. I am warmth and I am light, and I am kith and kin, a candle in your longest night. I am Christmas, let me in. I am Christmas, let me in. I love that chorus. I am Christmas, let me in. Let the peace of Christmas, of the Yuletide season and the joy, let me in. Don't push me away because of the commercialism. Don't push me away because of all the things going on in the world. Let me in. I will gladden your heart. I bring stories by the hearth, delight in half-forgotten names, apple logs on fragrant fires, with flickering faces in the flames. As the year draws in its days and tired leaves are falling, I will brighten darkened ways where dusk is early calling. Here we go. I am warmth and I am light, and I am kith and kin, a candle in your longest night. I am Christmas, let me in. I am Christmas, let me in. Thank you, Carolyn, for the light there. That's wonderful. I can take the weary miles and weave a carpet to your door, guide the dusty wanderer home safely to your side once more. Young and old shall join and sing to mark the long years turning. For one glad candle that I bring, 10,000 more are burning. Here we go. I am warmth and I am light, and I am kith and kin, a candle in your longest night. I am Christmas, let me in. 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 Isn't that a lovely song?
Yeah, thank you so much. That really is lovely and just feels very warm. Um,
Well, it's about
yeah.
the whole season and the whole season. And my wife Lynn and I just spent our Christmas Day with our grandchildren, and that was
Mm,
so wonderful. And then you balance that with what's going on in the world today, and the different things that are coming down the road. It's going to be an interesting year, and somehow if we can let that spirit, warmth and light, Uh, yeah, and keep the magic somehow and the light in our hearts, then that's a companion for us in the days that are coming, I think. And we need that. I certainly need that myself. And so the song means a lot more to me than just Christmas. It's the whole energy around the song of keeping that in our hearts. So I hope that's hopeful for everybody and warm for everybody.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And yeah, thank you for saying that because and mentioning that it's really about like the whole season and I think there's a reason why we like sing so much in the winter because we really need that like to help us keep going and
Yeah.
then you know even not in the winter when times are hard having having those songs and warmth and light as a companion as you said can really bring us a lot of strength. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah.
do a lot of singing at Christmas. I've spent a lot of time gathering songs from various folk traditions, and this concert that we had with my choir just recently was all about that. It was called A Celtic Christmas with Denis
Mm.
Donnelly and friends, and it was songs from the Hebrides, songs from Yorkshire, and I had the choir wasn't on choir risers like a choir normally is, but a choir the choir was actually on stage as if they were in a pub in Yorkshire somewhere and just having a nice
Oh,
evening
cool.
somewhere. And that was a lovely thing. And the audience felt really included. And I had people in the choir saying, "Oh, I've never been in a concert where it felt more comfortable and inclusive." So that's the way we're going to do concerts from now on. Is just to have it be that way and not be so formal about it all, and have it be very informal. But anyway, that concert was lovely, and a lot of songs around the turning of the year, because it really is the dark time of the year. And Yule comes from the old Anglo-Saxon word meaning wheel. And
Mm.
it's about the wheel of the year. It's where the wheel is turning, and the wheel is now the wheel of the old year is turning, and the wheel is turning toward the new year. And this was really the darkest time of the
Mm.
year, and all of the old traditions mark this time of the year. Solstice, which we've just had, because the days start to get a little bit longer. And of course, many, many cultures had ways of telling the time in the standing stones of all of the different European traditions. And Stonehenge, of course, being the biggest example of that, is just
Mm.
where you get reminded that it might be the dark time of the year, but it's turning toward the light, and the light is going to be there for us all. Uh, so if we keep that in our hearts,
Yeah,
that's going to help everything.
absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Um, well, did you want to go into the second song or was there
Yes,
something
let's
else you
let's do
wanted?
that. Let's
Yeah,
do that. I'm going to take a
awesome.
sip of tea first, though.
Yes, as you should. I also wanted to point out to folks, Dennis and I got on Zoom today and realized we were matching, which is really funny. We both wore like green collared shirts.
Green is my favorite color, of course. With a name like Donnelly, it's Irish, so I always wear green whenever I can. So yeah, yeah. Jaden and I definitely got the memo about wearing dark green this morning.
Yeah, for sure. Um, all right, what's this lovely second song that you have for us?
This is a wassail song, and wassailing. What is wassailing? Wassailing is two things
Hmm.
really. Wassailing is at the time of the year when the young children and the not necessarily the young children, but just the poorer people in the villages uh, throughout northern England, especially, and Ireland as well, went from door to door, singing songs and being let in by the more well-to-do people, or maybe by the lord of the manor or the castle, for big feasts of mulled wine and mulled cider and sweetmeats and cakes and cookies and biscuits, and all of that. So it was a time when when there was great merriment and lots of singing. And Wassail songs are very. There's many of them throughout throughout all of England and other parts of the British Isles as well. And it's all about here we are in the street. Please let us in for some good cheer. And wassail comes from the word wassail comes from two words of the Anglo-Saxon wes, which is a derivation of it's a verb meaning be thou or be we wish you I guess you could say, and also hail, which comes from the root of the word whole. So when you say wassail, you're really saying be whole, be thou whole, or be healthy. In other words, be healthy. So wassail is where the word comes from and what the tradition is. And wassail, the second thing it is an actual drink that people brew at this time of the year. And in southern England, where there's lots of apples, especially in the west of England, uh, in places like Cornwall and Devon and places like that, Hampshire, they would brew apple cider and spice it, and it would be have this lovely aroma going through the manor house of this mulled cider, and then they would let people in, and everybody would have a glass of cider, a glass of wassail, and as they would do it, they would say wassail, and then drink their cider. So it obviously got a bit raucous, but everybody had a good time. And there were lots of songs. This particular wassail song I'm going to sing is from Gloucestershire, and it's got a lovely way of it we can all sing along. Goes wassail, wassail all over the town. Our toast it is white and our ale it is brown. Our bowl it is made of the white maple tree. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. And then we can all sing drink to thee, drink to thee. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. Try that. Drink to thee, drink to thee. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. And then the farmers would sing this to their livestock, to bless their livestock, to make sure that the livestock was also hale and hearty and healthy through the new year. And he's going to start with the cow. And here is to broad May and to her broad horn. Pray God send our master a good crop of corn, and a good crop of corn that we may well see. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee, drink to thee, drink to thee. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. And here is to Collie and to her long tail. Pray God send our master he never may fail, he never may fail, that we may all see. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee, drink to thee, drink to thee. I wish I could hear all your harmonies. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. And here's to the maid in the lily white smock, who tripped to the door and slipped back the lock, who tripped to the door and pulled back the pin, for to let these jolly wassailers in, wassailers in, wassailers in, for to let these jolly wassailers in. And then you've got to make up verses for whatever's happening right in the moment. So, and here is to Jaden and to her technology that keeps us connected despite the geography. In all our Zoom boxes, as we may well see, with a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee, drink to thee, drink to thee. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. And here is to Jo and her wonderful passion. She keeps us connected in digital fashion throughout all the year, as we may well see. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee, drink to thee, drink to thee. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. And here is to all of you good people here. My wish for you all is good health and good cheer, good health and good cheer throughout the new year. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee, drink to thee, drink to thee. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. Wassail, wassail all over the town. Our toast it is white and our ale it is brown. Our bowl it is made of the white maple tree. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. Last time, may you hear those harmonies. Drink to thee, drink to thee. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee. Wassail!
Woo! That was awesome. Oh, that's a great way to end our time together. Did you write those verses ahead of time?
I just thought, yeah, I thought of them last night, really. Yeah. And one of them just
Ah,
came in the moment this morning right now, actually. So, yeah.
oh wow. Okay.
Whenever I sing
Well,
that song, I always like to try and just recognize what's going on right then.
that's lovely. Well, thank you. That was very sweet.
I was very happy with my rhymes, technology and geography, and passion
I
and passion. I
know.
was happy with that.
Those were clever. Those were clever. Yeah, that was really fun. And yeah, put me in a good mood for sure.
Good, good, good.
Um, well, thank you so much, Dennis. Is there anything coming up for you that you want to let us know about or things to look out for?
Well, we have our choir training course coming up. I noticed that
Mm,
we've got a couple of people in the room who were in this last year. 2 weeks in Victoria, BC, to for people who want to learn how to start and lead a non-audition singing group. Doesn't have to be a formal choir, and that's called
mm,
Community Choir Leadership Training. Mary Cohen from Coralville is on the screen right now. She was part of this past cohort. We have 14 people who come from all over North America and farther abroad to spend 2 weeks with us, and we share what we know about doing all of that. So that's always fun to do.
mm.
Anybody who's interested in that can email me or go to communitychoirleadership.com. But for myself, I'm going to be now just looking at what's going to be happening for my choir, Wavelengths Community Choir in Victoria, BC, coming up and gathering repertoire for them for our concerts in June. And then I'll do another seasonal concert in December, which I'm already starting to think about. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
just thinking about music and song. It's where I live. It's what I signed up for. It's what I do. So
beautiful.
yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, thanks for sharing. And I'm gonna try to get some links in for the choir leadership training and wavelengths.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, well, okay. Do you want to say goodbyes or should I do it? Either
Oh, I
way.
can say goodbyes.
Yay.
Goodbye to Jaden, thanks for being such a wonderful host. It's so nice to see you again after all these months. And Trish in Victoria, it's nice to see you here. She's a member of my choir. And Becky and Arlene in Berkeley, CA. And Athena in Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn once, I remember. I don't remember much about it. It was very hot, as I recall. And Delhi, nice to see you. And I'm seeing some wonderful old faces that I recognize, like Susan in Cincinnati, and KG in Charlottesville, and Sheila in Florida, and Mary, who's now my friend, and I'm very happy for that. And Carolyn in Boise. Carolyn, I missed you when you were in Victoria, but it's nice to see you here. And Kathleen in Albuquerque, and Sue Miller in Seattle, and Benet in Berkeley, California, and Bob and Mabel with their bears, and Carolyn in DC, and Kevin Ennis. It's good to see you here. I'm really happy that you're there. Nice to see you. And Stephen Michelle in Silver something. I'm not sure where that is. And Kathy in Denver, and Martha Wagner in Cricket, and Annette in California, and Hoda in BC, and Fred in Silver Spring, and Linda in Orcas Island, just off the coast of where I live. And I go down to the beach, I can look at Orcas Island, it's right across the water. And Storm in Massachusetts, in the Zoomiverse, I like that word, in the Zoomiverse. And Bob and Jane in Texas, and Diane in Puerto Rico, and Nancy with her cow. Where would we be without Nancy and her cow? And Julie in Ontario, goodbye to all of you. And LMG in Connecticut, and Hindi and Kay in India, thank you for being here. And Marcia Yale, and Kat, and Aloysius, there you are. You weren't there before, but now you're there. And Harriet Dart in Chicago, and Elizabeth. Thank you all for being here, sharing in my song. It was great fun for me. I wish you all a happy new year, and warmth, and good health, and the best of all of your family. To all of you, goodbye for now, but I'll see you again. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year at the turning of the year, of the turning of the year.
Thank you, Dennis, and Happy New Year to you too. It's always such a pleasure to sing with you, and can't wait to see you again soon.
I'm looking forward to
Um,
it.
bye.